Nice to see, nice to hear. What was your reaction to LeBron and Wade's final matchup last night, CC?
My reaction is two, because I'm a big fan of Dwyane Wade. Being a resident of South Florida, had season tickets for the Heat before Dwyane Wade got there, back to the Alonzo Mourning days, watching them win a championship before LeBron got there. So I've always been a big fan of Dwyane Wade, seeing him since they drafted him from Marquette, seeing him make an impact on the league, take over a franchise. And he's the king in South Florida. In Florida, you know, they call it Wade County after Dwyane Wade down there in Broward County. So it's been a pleasure to watch his career. But LeBron stated when he left Cleveland and went to Miami, he went away to college. And a lot of times when you get out of the home and away from your parents and you go to college, you meet people that really impact your life, and you have relationships and a brotherhood or a sisterhood that continue on for a lifetime. And that's what LeBron did when he met with D. Wade. Collectively, between the two of them, they have 6 championships. Both of them have that one championship by themselves. Dwyane Wade, when he did it before he partnered up with LeBron, and LeBron when he went back to the land and delivered that championship a couple years ago. But also, ultimately, I believe LeBron James is going to own an NBA basketball team, and I believe Dwyane Wade probably will be a part of that contingent that might do things with him. They have a unique connection. Their families are well connected. They spend so much time off the court together. So, and as you can see with LeBron doesn't get emotional about a lot of things. He's left Cleveland twice, didn't get emotional about it, but you could see right there that Dwyane Wade, among all the players he's been close to, that's Bosh, and that's been
Chris Paul,
Melo, all those guys, the champ, all those guys. He's got some unique relationships, but Dwyane Wade has meant something special to him. And I believe also because Dwyane Wade was such a good basketball player that he challenged LeBron. He could do things that LeBron couldn't do, and it takes a special person to win a championship for a franchise and then tell a guy, I'm turning the franchise over to you.
Well, that's the key. Dwyane Wade was a made man before he and LeBron teamed up. And LeBron was an all-time great before they teamed up, but a disappointing all-time great as far as winning. D. Wade had one of the greatest NBA finals ever in year 3. The first year LeBron was making it to the postseason. Dwyane Wade already had it. And then when they did team up together, their first year together, it ended in LeBron's single worst professional moments, the series against Dallas, most notably the last 3 games. And this is where I don't think Dwyane Wade gets enough credit, because I don't know how much Dwyane Wade needed LeBron at that point. But LeBron desperately needed Dwyane Wade, because Dwyane Wade could have there said, you know what? Here's how we're going to win titles. It's not going to be you and me take turns, and it's not going to be me handing over the reins to you. It's going to be me, the champion, the guy of Dade County, Wade County, who's going to take over, and you're going to have to take a back seat. And instead, Dwyane Wade set his basketball ego aside, his professional ego aside, and said, despite what happened in Dallas, you're the best player on the team. Everything's got to run through you. And from that moment forward, it's that stretch of now 7.5 years that, in my eyes, has made LeBron James the greatest player ever, that has allowed LeBron to win 3 titles in the last 7 years. D. Wade had a chance in that offseason and in the beginning of that next year to change basketball history, I think for the worse, but maybe for his own ego for the better. And he didn't do it. And what they have done, and D. Wade also, his ability, when LeBron left Miami, cost D. Wade $10 million. And D. Wade said, don't care. Even if he cared, he took that up with the Heat, didn't let that come between their friendship. And for those two last night, it was a perfect ending. LeBron guarding him, then the ball, and then them two hugging at the end. It was a great ending for 2 of the 3 best players of their era. And it was awesome to see, and it's a shame it's the last time we'll see it, because this is going to be the last year of D. Wade's career.
It's such a unique relationship the two have had. You mentioned that he did get so emotional. Why do you think it brought LeBron to almost tears to be able to, play with Wade, know Wade all these years, and then basically say goodbye in the basketball fashion to him last night?
Because it's one thing as a professional athlete for people in your family to be close to you, but for another guy who has a skill level that's comparable to yours and has achieved things like you on the court, there's a connection because there's an understanding. I mean, we talk about things all the time. You guys ask me questions, and I try to give you really insightful stuff. but it's really hard to get the whole meaning unless you've been there, unless you've walked it with it. And when you're able to walk side by side with a person, then you're able to feel and/or the input that you're able to give them, because Dwyane Wade also, he changed his game from a driver, high riser, to he had to work on his shot to be able to clear more space for LeBron. So those connections right there, and all the things I think that LeBron saw him in, LeBron doesn't have a bigger brother. But Dwyane Wade was that bigger brother. Dwyane Wade went to college. So even though, they came into the league the same time, Dwyane Wade was older and had a different type of maturity. Dwyane Wade was a father at a very, very young age. So those types of things, I believe, led to LeBron in the outpouring of emotion.
We look at these two guys, and everyone will say, oh, LeBron's the much better basketball player. But how would you put Dwyane Wade's career into perspective for people that have not been following him nearly as closely as they followed LeBron?
All right. So these are, I just think, undeniable facts. He's the 4th greatest shooting guard ever, behind only Jordan, West, and Kobe. And the analytics folks would put him ahead of Kobe. I can't do that. He's unquestionably one of the 20 greatest players of all time. He's an 8-time All-NBA guy, a 13-time All-Star. He won a scoring title, won a Finals MVP in year 3. And that Finals, they were down 0-2 against Dallas. In the next 4 games, Dwyane Wade averaged 39, 8, and 4. In 45 minutes per game. Dwyane Wade is an all-time minted great. And because his career really, he became great in year 2, and really by about year 11 was done being great. So, and we've now seen in recent memories, he's getting into the deterioration of Dwyane Wade. People shouldn't forget the 5 years before LeBron and he teamed up, he averaged 28, 6, and 6 in the playoffs, 27, 5, and 7 in the regular season. He was in the discussion for 2nd best player in the world when LeBron and he teamed up, which is what created what a lot of people consider the first super team, which now obviously has become the trend in the NBA.
Very selfless. See, he signed all those great little things to LeBron. LeBron didn't write jack to Dwyane Wade. Obviously, that's what stressed me out the entire segment, but we'll talk much more about that. And we'll get much more into their relationship. They had some times along the way where they could have split up and they remained friends. So thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.